Today, we are looking at a very important topic that affects all of us worldwide: corruption. Let's get started. Corruption, a dark stain on humanity. It seems like it's everywhere these days, from the halls of power to the streets of our cities. It's a problem that has plagued societies for centuries, hindering our progress and causing untold suffering. But wait, did you know that corruption also affects our investment portfolios? That's right. Corruption can impact the value of our investments and even the future of our financial markets. Don't worry, my savvy investors, because today we will dive deep into this issue, uncovering the hidden ways in which corruption seeps into our investment landscape. We will explore the far-reaching consequences of this practice and shed light on the steps we can take to protect ourselves against its corrosive effects. So sit back, grab your thinking caps, and join me on this eye-opening journey as we unravel the shocking truth behind corruption and its impact on our investments. You won't want to miss this. But before we continue, if you're passionate about making a positive impact with your money, and you want to support businesses that align with your values, then subscribe to our channel. We share stories of companies that are doing good and doing well, so you can make informed investment decisions. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about these exciting opportunities. Let's change the world together. So let's dive into the murky world of corruption and see how it trickles down to affect everyday investments. First off, let's talk about how corruption impacts our investments directly. When companies engage in bribery or other corrupt practices to secure contracts or government favors, they often overstate their earnings and profits. This gives investors like you and me a false sense of security and may lead to inflated stock prices. But eventually, when the truth comes out, these companies face fines, penalties, and a loss of reputation, which can cause their stock prices to plummet. For example, in 2017, the multinational pharmaceutical company Novartis agreed to pay a massive $729 million settlement for bribing doctors and hospitals in the United States to prescribe their drugs. The scandal resulted in a significant drop in their stock price, wiping out billions of dollars in market capitalization. Now imagine you had invested in Novartis based on the promise of strong earnings and growth, only to watch your investment tank when the news broke out. That's the kind of risk we're talking about here. Next, let's discuss how corruption creates an unstable business environment. When corruption runs rampant, it creates an unpredictable playing field for businesses. Companies that operate in corrupt countries or industries face constant uncertainty, which can lead to decreased investment and economic stagnation. Take, for instance, the construction industry, which is notorious for corruption. In countries where officials accept bribes in exchange for favorable contracts, construction companies have to pay up to stay competitive. This not only increases their operational costs, but also makes it difficult for them to plan for the future. As a result, many businesses in these industries become reluctant to invest in research and development or expansion, which stifles innovation and economic growth. So if you're an investor looking for long-term growth and stability, it's essential to consider the level of corruption in a country or industry before making your investment. Moreover, corruption erodes public trust in institutions, which can lead to increased regulation and bureaucracy. When people lose faith in government agencies or regulatory bodies, they demand more oversight and control. This can result in complex and burdensome regulations that make it difficult for businesses to operate. For example, in countries with high levels of corruption, investors may be hesitant to put their money into the stock market, leading to decreased investment in economic growth. They may also demand greater transparency and accountability from companies, which can increase compliance costs and administrative burdens. Furthermore, corruption creates an uneven playing field for businesses by allowing corrupt practices to go unchecked. It gives dishonest companies an unfair advantage over their competitors, hindering fair competition and innovation. When unethical companies benefit from insider trading, bribery, or other corrupt practices, they can gain significant market share and become less accountable to shareholders. This not only hurts the companies that play by the rules, but also the overall economy. Investors who value ethical business practices and long-term sustainability may choose to avoid these markets altogether, depriving businesses of much-needed capital. However, there is hope on the horizon. There are several promising solutions that can help mitigate the impact of corruption on our investments. Let's take a look at some of the most effective ones. First, Promoting transparency and accountability is crucial to tackle corruption and its impact on our investments. When companies and governments operate with transparency, it helps build trust and confidence in the markets. By supporting initiatives that promote open data, independent audits, and whistleblower protection, we can create a more accountable business environment. For example, the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative is a global standard that promotes transparency in the oil, gas, and mining industries. By investing in companies that adhere to EITI standards, we can help ensure that these industries operate with integrity and accountability. Next, embracing diversity and inclusion in corporate boards and leadership positions can help mitigate the impact of corruption. When boards and leadership teams are diverse and inclusive, they bring a wider range of perspectives and experiences that can help prevent unethical behavior. By supporting companies that prioritize diversity and inclusion, we can create a more balanced and accountable corporate culture. For example, the Diversity Action Alliance is a nonprofit organization that works with companies to promote diversity and inclusion in their leadership. Investing in DA member companies can be a way to support this important cause. Another promising solution is harnessing the power of technology. Technology can help promote transparency and efficiency in business operations, making it harder for corrupt practices to thrive. For example, blockchain technology can help track and trace products through supply chains, making it easier to identify and prevent unethical sourcing or labor practices. By investing in companies that leverage technology to promote transparency and efficiency, we can help create a more sustainable and accountable business environment. Finally, let's not forget about the power of collective action. By working together, investors, consumers, and governments can create a more sustainable and equitable future. For example, the UN Global Compact is a framework that encourages businesses to adopt sustainable and ethical practices. By investing in companies that align with the UN Global Compact principles, it can contribute to a broader movement towards greater transparency and accountability. In conclusion, corruption poses a significant threat to our investments, but there is hope on the horizon. By embracing transparency and accountability, diversity and inclusion, technological innovation, and collective action, we can create a better investment landscape for ourselves and future generations. Don't wait. Start investing in a better future today. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. Hope you found this video informative and inspiring. If you want to learn more about how you can make a positive impact through your investments, subscribe to our channel and never miss out on our latest updates. Together, we can create a brighter future for all. Now it's time to take action. Start investing in companies that align with your values and contribute to a better world. Your investment decisions can make a difference. So don't wait. Start today and build a portfolio that reflects your commitment to a better future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy investing.